Hi beauties, welcome back, or welcome if it is your first time here. Always happy to have you. I am doing ranking of my cream blushes today. The ranking of my cream bronzers went up a few days ago, or a week ago at this point. I don't know, time flies. So check that out if you have not. But we're gonna do my blushes today. I have like a handful more of cream blushes than cream bronzers. So this was a little bit even more difficult for me to do. But what I decided to do with my blushes is I ranked all of the same brand as one, if that makes sense. So I have 16 products in general, but there's only 10 rankings because I have 3 different brands with several different shades. So that's how I decided to do it. And I can, of course, you know, if we must rank, I can, of course, rank the different shades when we get there if you would like. But let's get into it, okay? Like, subscribe, all of those things. You know what to do. Now, before we get started, I just have to say, same thing with my cream bronzers. Like, I love everything here, okay? I'm like apologizing to my products. I love everything here, but you know, we gotta rank. We gotta rank. It's a ranking video. Somebody has to come in last. So, also, I woke up super early to like get ready and film today. I was out of bed a little bit past 5, and then my son woke up like 20 minutes later. So he's up. So if there's a lot of like cuts here, you know, editing cuts, it's because I'm trying to manage him at the same time. So bear with me. But in 10th spot is, and we'll do swatches too, but my Milk makeup stick. I have the shade Swish, which is, I mean, I love this shade. It's this beautiful, like, almost candy bubblegum pink. My issue with this, as I've said in other videos, is I just don't feel like it lasts. It's it's pretty balmy, but I don't know, like when I blend it, it blends away to almost nothing, which isn't the worst thing. I guess, you know, it's good for like lighter makeup days, but I don't know. I think I had higher expectations with this. I think my expectations messed me up in the head. I watch Paulina Beauty uses Milk makeup blushes quite frequently, or she used to, and really raved about them. And so I wanted to try one, and I just wasn't super impressed. That's all, but that's all. Oh, this hurts, you guys. I hated ranking these. I hated ranking these so close to the bottom, but it just is what it is, okay? Just know that I love these. But my Flower Beauty blush bombs are next in line. I have 4, and we will swatch all of the shades here very quickly. Okay, so here's all 4 swatched out. We have Nectar, Pinched, Cinnamon, and Melon, okay? I really enjoy these. Like I said, these were some of the first like cream. They're not necessarily cream, they're more of like a gel type formula, but really this ranking is anything that is just not a traditional powder blush. So I really like these. I've gotten a ton of use out of them. This Pinched shade right here, it's almost too light. Like, it really doesn't look like a whole lot on my skin. I typically have to like mix it with another one of these shades or just layer it with a powder blush. But you know, quite frankly, these are just lower because I have tried other things. I've tried other things that I really like better. Like I said, these are beautiful. They're not the most long wearing like cream blushes I have. So that is just why they are where they are on my list. The number 8 spot goes to my Fenty cream blushes. I have 3 different shades. We'll swatch these out for you, but we'll swatch these, but this is them. Okay, I have Petal Poppin', Crush on Cupid, and Cool Berry. So Petal Poppin', Crush on Cupid, Cool Berry. Again, I actually really enjoy these. I like the formula. They are a little bit they can look intimidating when you're swatched out here, but once they're on your cheeks, they sheer out really nicely. I just have sort of like a special place in my heart for these. Again, these were I can't remember if it was these or the Flower Beauty blushes, but one of the two was like the first cream blushes I ever tried. I really enjoy these. This color right here isn't really something that I reach for on a regular basis. The Cool Berry is probably my favorite of the 3. But yeah, I mean, again, I just, you know, it's just one of those things where for the longest time, I only had those and really liked them. But once you start getting into more things and trying more things, you're just bound to find something that you like better. But I really do like those. I think the formula is wonderful. They blend easily. They don't disturb my makeup underneath. So I don't really have a whole lot bad to say about them. Number 7 is my Bare Minerals blush in Mauve Sunrise. This is the Bounce and Blur blush, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but it's bouncy. It's one of like the putty type formulas, but this blush is gorgeous. I can't remember who recommended this, but this was definitely like a YouTuber made me buy it type situation. It might have been Kelly Gooch, and I can't remember if she has this same shade or if it's a different one, but nonetheless, I am very glad I was influenced to purchase this. That is the shade right there. Again, this can look a little bit intimidating when it's swatched, but trust me, it sheers out in the most beautiful way. And it's not emollient or balmy like cream blushes can be. It's a putty formula, so it's almost like a little bit more, it's a little bit more matte, but it's not a true matte. I don't know how to describe the finish, but it's just so beautiful, and it's so easy to use. Like, you can use your finger, I knew this earring wouldn't want to stay in, but anyway, great with finger application, brush application. I really have liked that blush. Okay, we're getting halfway up the list here. I have my Undone Beauty. This is their lip to cheek palette is what they call it, and I have the shade Rosewood. So I've explained this before, but I'll try to explain it again real quickly. The way that these pans are set up per their website is you can kind of see how it's divided into 3. The top is supposed to be for your most sheer coverage, this is for medium coverage, and this is the most pigmented. So if you want, you can do that. You can put your brush or your finger up here if you want something sheer and move down for more full coverage. I typically just take my finger and swirl in the whole pan, and it works just fine. This is a shade that really surprised me, like how beautiful it was. I don't remember how many shades they have, to be honest with you, but this shade, there's Rosewood right there. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. I love the formula of this blush. It is a little bit more, you know, emollient, like balmy, and it blends out beautifully. It's very, very pigmented, but it shears out nicely. It just gives this really pretty, like healthy, flushed, sort of like sun-kissed look to your cheeks, which you know I love. This you can get at, this is actually drugstore. This is Target. Targets around me don't sell them in store. I had to buy it online, but worth it in my opinion. And I lied, I can't count. This blush here is the number 5 spot. My MAC, this is one of their Glow Play blushes. I have the shade So Natural. You guys, I have not even had this blush for that long, maybe a month, but it was one of those products that I had heard people talk about forever. I had wanted to try it forever. I don't know what made me finally take the plunge, but I am so glad I did. Again, you can probably tell it's one of the bouncy blushes. I love this formula. I think that these formulas are so easy to work with. They're very beginner friendly. They give you room to like to mess up, you know. These don't dry down right away. That's that shade, sorry, that's So Natural. It doesn't dry down right away, so like you have room and time to blend it out, but this is very, very natural, as the name suggests, but you can build it up really nicely. You can put a few layers on if you want it to be more bold. It doesn't make any difference adding more layers. It doesn't get cakey, it doesn't get patchy, it doesn't start to pull up your foundation. It just looks amazing. It looks amazing. And again, it's like, it's just a very like healthy look. I love it. A number 4 is going to my Makeup by Mario. This is his cream blush. What is this actually called? Soft Pop blush stick. I got the shade Earthy Pink, which I absolutely love. It is like, it's a pink, but it's a muted pink, very, very soft. I mean, very pigmented, but again, it really can be, it can be as intense or as soft as you want. That's what I love about it. Super, super easy to blend. The brush that comes on it, I personally think works great. I've seen people, you know, have opinions both ways. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't have an issue with how it works, but it also blends fine with a different brush. A different brush if you want to use something that's not quite as dense as the brush that comes with this. But I really, really have loved using this, and I haven't had it for that long, only maybe a month, maybe a little bit longer, but quickly, as you can see, climbing the ranks to one of my favorites. It's lovely. And these two guys are in the number 3 spot. And again, so same deal as with my cream bronzers, you guys. The top few spots, are interchangeable, okay? But like I said, had to rank things. So my Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wands, her High Blush, Glow Gasm. I have Pink Gasm and Peach Gasm. So Man, are these gorgeous. This was another recommendation from, it actually might have been Kelly Gooch again. I know that she raves about the pink gasm. So this is the pink gasm. This is peach gasm. You can see just how beautiful and like luminous these are. But also like, I mean, they're luminous, but without being glittery, like without being too much. They're very, you can probably see how sheer they are. And when I talk about like a beautiful glow, like a luminosity, a dewiness, a glow, those blushes are everything. Like you don't need a highlighter when you wear those blushes. They are very, like they're very wet. It's a wet formula, but it dries down beautifully. Ugh, I love those. Like that is something very, very unique to my collection. Both the shades, the formula, the finish. I absolutely love those. So well deserved number 3 spot. Number 2 is my Tower 28. My Tower 28 Magic Hour blush in Beach Please. Lovely, lovely. I'm gonna swatch it on my wrist here because I want you to get, I don't want it to be on top of anything else, but ugh. These blushes, I like the Tower 28 blushes a little bit better than I like the bronzer. I think their bronzer ranked a lot lower on my cream bronzer list than this blush, but look at that shade. This blush is, I mean, you can tell it's very, very like, well, first of all, very pigmented, but it's very like balmy. It is like sort of a lip balm formula, but look at how like it blends out so easily. It's so beautiful. It's like this, it's like a pinky nude color. And it's just, it's so lovely. It's so pigmented. I think that it wears beautifully. I mean, it lasts. I think the staying power is great. I mean, I said this before with my cream bronzers, there's not really a whole lot of cream products that wear great under a mask. So keep that in mind. I know that's like a weird caveat to say, but that's just where we are. We're in masks. At least I'm in a mask a lot of the time. So there's not a lot of these products that like on their own wear great under a mask, but I do feel like that one has pretty good staying power. And my number one spot, my Nudestix. The Nudies Matte All Over Face and Blush Color in Salty Siren. You'll see like the type of shades that I really like. This is actually pretty similar to the Tower 28. This is a little bit more, this is actually a little bit more pink, but that's it. Salty Siren right there. But the Nudestix formula is just, it's just amazing. This is another one that I really do think has pretty great staying power. It's super, super easy to use, beginner friendly, beautiful shade range. They have a lovely shade range. I actually just got, I didn't include it in my ranking because I haven't even used it yet, but I just got another Nudestix blush. I forget what it is, Poppy maybe? It's like a super bright coral color. This blush just takes the cake. I mean, it's number one because it's beautiful. The finish is great. It's easy to use. It's got good staying power. It's just all around a lovely, lovely blush. So that's it. That's the ranking of my cream blushes. Hope you enjoyed watching. As always, comment. Let me know, like, what are your favorite cream blushes? I am so into cream products at the moment. I would definitely love to try some more out. I really am interested in the Kosas like duos that have the cream highlights and blushes. So let me know if you've tried those. Just let me know what some of your favorites are. I would love to know, love to try some more stuff. But until next time, beauties, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.